Greetings and welcome to On the Inside with Wright Middleton. I am your host, Janelle. Here we enlighten, inspire, transform, and entertain. I am ecstatic about today's show because I have some wonderful, fabulous, and grand guests with me today. And today we're going to be talking about a production actually that I've written called Like Mother, Like Daughter, Like Me, that is going to be showing at the Resurrection Center June 18th, 25th, and 26th. We'll talk about more about that later, but right now let me introduce you to my wonderful guest, Miss Donna Griggs. Thank you, and her husband, Mr. Matt Griggs. Thank you so much for being with me today.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. I want us to have fun, so I'm so excited. I always enjoy myself with you guys.
Do it.
So it's been really good. So we are doing a play together.
We are.
Like Mother, Like Daughter, Like Me.
Yes.
I'm going to hold up this little postcard. Hopefully they'll put the graphic up there later. I want to ask you, what made you say, yes, I want to do this project? Aside from it being a project,
right?
And acting is what you do.
Yes, one of the many things.
One of the many things you do. What made you say yes to this?
What made me say yes to this is I play Grand Duchess in the play, and she is everything. Everything. And actually, she's one of my favorite characters thus far.
Okay.
I've been in web series, film, plays.
Yeah, your resume's long. It's long.
But I would say that I thoroughly enjoy her because I see a lot of myself in her.
Okay.
But the role that she plays within this story is sort of like a Medea character without giving too much away. She is someone that everybody will recognize. She's funny, she's real, she keeps it very real, and I just enjoyed her transformation throughout the play. She starts off one way, but then you begin to see, you know, she's strong and she's like, I'm every woman, and then throughout the play you begin to see the human side, the pain behind the smile, and how many of us are walking around with that smile and our heart is just broken. So she had a lot of dynamics to her, but I definitely love the comedic feel of her character. So that's one of the reasons.
You do it so well. You do it so well.
She reminds me of myself a little.
Well, I've heard from a reliable source, your husband, that this is you all the way.
Yeah, she's just written on paper.
Literally, written on paper.
Well, Matt, tell us, how do you feel about being in the production? Your character is to me, a very important part of the production because it's very solid. Your character is very solid, and everything that he says is purposeful, and it means something. So how do you feel about that? How does?
Well, my wife introduced me to this play. When I read the script, I was like, this is great. It's right on time. It's perfect. Not a lot of acts. It's just here it is, here where it go, and then all of a sudden, at the end of everything, here comes this man who kind of put the period on the whole production.
Oh, I like that.
Even though, you know, like Mother, Like Daughter, Like Me, without a man in the mix, there is no period in each woman's life that ends there.
What he doing? What being on deep? Who being on deep? Being on deep. Being on deep today, y'all.
So I saw that as ending the period to a life that all of their lives, they had to see something. They had to get an answer to why I'm the way I am. And here's this man, and like a man in every life, we have to be the period. We have to make the stand to be the period in all people's lives, to make it, listen, this stops here. Let's fix this. How do we come to this term? How do we collect this together? And I'm not saying every man is perfect, but I'm saying every man has to be the one to say, okay, let's stop this. Let's fix this.
I've done a couple shows lately. I would say the last 3 shows were probably about the parent and child relationship, the importance of the father with the daughters, just the importance of a father being present, being active, not just there, but being active.
That's true.
And even if he can't be there, show that he's involved. You know, show that he loves his son or daughters, whether it's phone calls or cards or just showing that. So this play, to me, like you said, without giving a whole lot away, is just an extension of that. It does that. What do you think, and I know you're in it, but what do you think people will walk away from with, like, what do you see the audience getting from it? Or respond, how they would respond?
First off, I think they would have a good time. Okay, so so much is going on, and people are so busy in drama and life and the whole nine. If you see it, I believe that the play will give you just some relief, a break from your everyday. You will laugh, you will cry. Even in the rehearsals, we're laughing, we're crying, because the emotion is really coming through. Besides laughing, because I'm the comic relief in the play, they will also walk away with a lot of aha moments within their life, and I believe that they'll be able to look within themselves about relationships that they have, maybe with a parent or with a child, or even the relationship you have with yourself. And why, you start looking and thinking, like, why am I doing some things that I'm doing? And you start tracing back to the origin, of maybe where some things within yourself are coming from. So it's definitely sobering too.
Yeah, that is so good, because I don't know if men go through this, but I know for women, well, for me, it'll take a minute, like, of doing something over and over again to say, okay, let me do a self-check. Why am I so upset about this thing? Why do I act the way? So that self-reflection is so important. And
I want to give you an example.
Okay.
So my grandmother, she hated the word, God rest in peace, she. If she's around, you don't say she. You didn't refer to her as she. So my mother,
call her name, right?
Yes, call her name. My mother has the same problem with she, but people don't know the background. So if someone be like, she this, that, and that's fine. What you call me she for? She'll like go into, a moment. And I personally fight within myself not to be offended when someone referred to me as she, even if we're in each other's presence, because I know how they respond. And so that's just an example of looking within yourself. In the play will have people look within themselves at some things we may not even know triggers or why they trigger us, but it comes from relationships, intimate relationships, especially with our parents or even with our siblings, with Matt in the play, with the father, as to why you do things. So I think people would laugh, but I definitely think there'll definitely be some self-reflection and some aha moments, some sobering moments, and some let me look retro within myself.
Matt, what do you think? What do you think people
Well, the one thing I did see, and again, not to give away the play, but you can look backwards, but what are you going to do now?
That's good.
And that's...
He's a little deep today! What the world?
Matt, she gonna buy you something on the way out.
Amen. So it's like, it was like they ran around. It was like all this reflection and all why I did what I did, but what can I do right now? And in the play, you'll see what can you do now? What is your now action?
That's good.
How can you move forward? Okay, we know about your past. We know why you do what you do, but where you're going to go forward in this.
Wow.
And then, when they made that choice, and when the choice was made, they were still kind of vacillating. You'll see in the play that they're still vacillating in the past. And here comes the period saying, let's do something right now. This is what's happening now. This is what we're going to fix now. And we're going to move on from here in this place.
Wow.
And they had no choice but to move forward with it. So that's
now
what...
I wrote it.
I'm like, wow. I'm like, are we in the same place?
So the people should walk away saying, okay, we know what will happen. What can I do now? How can I modify my behaviors? How can I modify my past? Maybe I've seen my past in a whole new way. Maybe I need to see it in a whole new way, that God brought me all the way to this point to make the right decision now. So I think they should walk away. I believe they'll walk away.
Good job. Good job. Good job.
Right?
Look at Jesus. Won't he do it? Yes, he will. Yes.
That's the inside. Y'all find out.
You'll see it in the play. You'll see it in the play.
You have to come. You have to come.
yeah, you'll see.
Absolutely.
Oh gosh. So there are two other characters in the
Yes,
play.
yes,
Nicole
yes.
Draper. I told her we'd give her a shout out. Hey Nicole.
Nicole.
And hi Michaela.
Yes.
They're doing so great.
Yeah,
Now
they're
Nicole
excellent.
plays your
daughter, Carolyn.
Let me ask you a question. Do you see any similarities, or can you connect in any way with you and Nicole and your mother and you?
Listen here. Nicole, I don't know how you did it, but this young lady looks like me.
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
like, when I met her, I'm like, oh my God, you look like, and we have so just naturally, Donna, Lady G, and Nicole, who we are, have a lot of things in common.
Wonderful.
So we were able to connect. The chemistry was there automatically.
Yeah.
And I love just how we just vibe off each other and, you know, move forward with the play. As far as my relationship, being Grand Duchess in the play, and Carolyn as my daughter, absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay.
I see some things with my mother that I had, but they were just choices that I made, as Matt said, where I had to put a period to some things so that we can move forward.
Yeah.
But Carolyn and Grand Duchess, they're doing this dance. They do a constant dance, and they feed off of each other's dysfunction.
Yes.
Yes.
And then get mad at each other
When they see it or it's
Exactly,
called out.
Yes.
Yes.
And it's just like, but you kind of instigated that, you know. But towards the end of the play and how their relationship evolved, I was quite pleased to see that, that they didn't stay stuck where they were, but they grew together.
Yeah.
They actually grew
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
And with that relationship growing, that allowed Carolyn to have a better relationship with her daughter. So Grand Duchess, you know, was like kind of the glue
Yeah.
that had it together, but she had to make some changes within herself.
Right. And sometimes it's hard for the matriarch or the patriarch of the
Yes.
Yes.
family to
Yes.
see
Until she
that they
saw
need to
it.
make some
Yes.
changes.
But she literally saw how her decisions affected other lives. You can tell somebody one thing, but
when they see-
you see it, and it's like there was no denying. Initially, there was.
Because she's grand.
Yeah, she all that, y'all. She all that. She is over the
She
top.
is grand.
She is over the top.
love
Imagine
it.
like a Medea with 2 snaps and the hashtag on the bomb.
I just love it. Kaboom.
There you
I
go.
love it. I love the, I like to liken her to like Diane Carroll on
Yes.
steroids.
Yes.
I love that.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
just
Yes.
feathers, rhinestones,
what I
and
thought
pearls
about.
Yes.
all at the
That's-
same
Yes.
time.
what I thought about.
With the loving, where that's what I was referring to, like a Medea character, not necessarily the one that we know from the movies. I'm just talking about as a character because she's very protective
Yes.
of her granddaughter.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, don't mess with the granddaughter. And then she's protective of her daughter.
Right.
So she's very, very protective in all of her grandeur and her glory. You know, she says, I'm not a fighter, but don't test me.
Don't.
There you go. With my pearls on.
Yes, I love it. I love it. I love it. So, Matt, what's it been like for you being in rehearsals and I mean, you married to this beautiful woman, you live with
story.
this woman,
True
you
story.
work with this woman. What's it like for you, Mr. Matt Griggs?
It's actually being at home, but y'all are there. That's exactly what it is.
So we just an
Y'all
audience.
just all just transferred to the house, but we're just in another place. That's exactly where it is. And you just handed us the script and said, "This is your life." Let's just so that's how it is at home. Here's a script of Matt and Donna Griggs' life with kids and a daughter and granddaughter. That's all it is.
Oh.
That's a simple answer.
What
That's
the
what it is.
world? I made them chicken salad before we came. You gonna do that?
I think you didn't make him enough. You didn't make enough.
Wow. Wow.
But Matt, you also have a wonderful voice,
Yes, he
Thank
does.
you.
and you are singing a song in this production that your wife, when she heard the playback, didn't know it was you at first, and we were all just kind of grooving to it. I think you were drinking coffee or something, and found out it was you, and she's like, "Wait,
Play it again.
play it again,
Right.
play it again." What is it? And I know you're a singer, so what was that song like for you?
Wow. After reading the script and after our first 2 rehearsals, and then we went to sing it. First of all, shout out to Big Herb Productions.
Yes,
shout out.
yes,
That's her
yes.
husband,
Yes, my
Herb
hubby.
Middleton. He wrote the song, and when he wrote the song, it was kind of like taking the play and bringing everything to an end in this song. And there were certain words that he used in the song that just made the song just come alive. And when I sung it, I closed my eyes and I was believing I was singing it to Grand Duchess and I was singing it to Carolyn. Then I was singing it to my daughter. And mainly I focused around the daughter, and I just closed my eyes and sung it to the daughter. And the song is literally, is so beautiful.
It's beautiful.
And I believe when every man hears it, it's going to be like the thing that they want to say to their daughter or child that they couldn't say, especially not being
that's
there
good.
raising them.
That's good.
And they couldn't raise them, and they were with their mother, and whatever situations happen or whatever like that. But now, as a father, I would like to take, control and see how I can help you now without hurting you, without controlling you, without manipulating you. How can I be a better father in this situation now?
Right.
And that song just took it and just rocked on from there. And when y'all hear it, it's going to be absolutely awesome.
And you know, with the song, and when he sings it at that moment, although he is singing it to his child, it's like Grand Duchess can hear her father singing it to her,
Yes,
and
yes.
Carolyn can hear her father
Yes,
singing it to
yes,
her.
yes.
So although he's singing it to his child and bringing healing to her, those who hear it,
It can bring healing to them
absolutely,
also.
Yes, yes.
absolutely.
Oh, that's
So it was just
Absolutely.
a healing. It's a healing
Yes,
song.
it is beautiful.
I believe it's like God's hand just coming down and just saying, "Let me be the father over all of you, and wherever your hurt is, let me touch where your hurt is." So
You
that's-
better
Boom! Right. 3. Boom! Like the world.
And it's the same. I wrote it, right?
Yes, you did
well,
wrote it.
well, Herb wrote the song.
Yeah,
Herb wrote the song. Our
yeah.
music producer, our music director
Yes.
is Herb Middleton, my husband.
Yes.
Hey. So, wow,
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah. And one thing that I want to add that I like about his character, listen to all these bombs he's dropping, is that even though the man or the parent, because sometimes
Yes.
moms are not there,
Right.
may
good.
not have been there for you. As he said, what can we do to move forward? Because we still need our parents in our lives,
Yes.
Yeah.
regardless of our age.
Yeah.
And if
Yes.
your parent is still living and they're around, we just have to accept them for who they are.
Yes.
Grand Duchess, and at the end, is still Grand Duchess.
Yeah.
She's still, the world revolves around me, and yes, and that's what we understand. However, there are some things that's within herself that she was able to see and wanted to correct. So I think that people will walk away. It's funny, it's great, but it definitely has a theme in it that, and I believe God will bless those who come, and everybody should come. It's just like, you'll see yourself in it, but what can I do to be better?
Yeah.
What can I
Yeah.
do to move forward? We're halfway through 2016.
Right.
The year of Jubilee, the most amazing year of our life. Nothing is a coincidence. Everything, I believe, is ordered by the Lord. Your steps and all that is in
Yeah.
there. So when you come and you see, wow, there's some things I need to rectify and reconcile.
Yeah, that's good.
With
Reconcile.
relationships and the relationship within myself.
Yeah.
And then I love the way you did it, and it's all through laughter. It's like it's a lot of laughter, so it's like laughter, but
Right. Don't it make the medicine go down a little better?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it's an extremely funny play.
Oh,
it's
thank
very,
you.
very funny.
Good.
But and the music is just excellent.
Yes, yes. You got a
everybody-
song.
I
Grand
do.
Duchess has a song.
Yeah, thebomb.com.
Thebomb.com.
I keep telling them thebomb.com.
You
Find
are.
out.
Oh, and I have have to give a shout out to my daughter, Janae Middleton.
Yes, she
Who
wrote it.
wrote Dutch's song, and she
Yes.
wrote 2 songs for Michaela,
Yes.
little
Wonderful.
Jaleesa. She wrote her songs. Now, what do you think about her character?
Her
as
character,
the young-
I think she is just an average young lady. And when you have a grand duchess for a grandmother, and then you have a mother who's raised by a grand duchess.
So she got a little drama herself.
Yes, she's just like, just get me away from all of y'all. Just, if I could just run as far as I can, but still wasn't in a relationship with her father.
Yeah.
And Carolyn is preventing her to have a relationship with her father.
So we're not going to give it all away.
That's
though.
what we're not going to do.
We're not going to do. You got to come. I'm telling you, you
Yes.
got to come. You will not be disappointed.
Yes.
You will not. We will be at the Resurrection Center.
Yes.
And a shout out to them also, Bishop Townsend and Pastor Townsend. Thank you
Yes.
so much for embracing us and embracing this production.
They did a wonderful promo.
Oh, yes, they did. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. So, Matt, is this play just for women? It's called Like Mother, Like Daughter, Like Me. Is it just for women?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Absolutely not. It is for the whole family. I will bring the whole family.
Mm-hmm.
I will bring the uncle. I'll bring the mom. I'll bring the pop. I'll bring the brother. I'll bring all of them, because
Mm-hmm.
everyone in the family dynamic needs to see how each person affects one another in the family.
Yeah, yeah.
Each person has a role, and each person has a responsibility and has a role or play in this family.
Yeah.
So everybody that works together needs to work together and see this play. This is a wonderful play. You need to see it.
Thank you so
It
much.
is.
I'm excited. The mother-daughter relationship is very, very important to
Yes.
me. My mom died when I was 17, and I'm the only child. Dad wasn't there, blah, blah, blah. But it wasn't until I was 30 that I realized how much she affected my life, what I learned from her, good and bad,
Yes.
and what I was perpetuating
Yes.
with my children, you know,
Yes.
and what I needed to change,
Yes.
having that reflective moment. So I am so excited. I wrote this book, Ice Cream Kiss.
Okay.
And the play is loosely based off of this. But I started writing it because I didn't want her life to disappear.
Wow.
I just didn't want it to be like that was my mother and then she was gone. You know what I mean? So I wrote this book not knowing it was a book at the time. But what I'm excited about is that the play, I was able to just hone in on the mother-daughter relationship. Because I tell my daughters all the time, this is you in the future, honey. You better
a true
love me
story.
right now. This
Ooh, I
is your
love
future.
that.
This is your future.
Wow.
That's a true story.
Yes.
Even
look,
if you try to fight it, it's still a true story.
Somewhere it's
Yes.
gonna come out, you know. So just love me. just love me.
Grand Duchess words, take care of me.
Yeah, right. Oh my gosh. So tell me, where are you guys from? I'm doing backwards, but I
that's
just want to
fine.
know a little
Yeah.
bit. Where are you guys from?
We're from Philly.
Okay.
Yes, so I'm from North Philly, and
I'm from Southwest.
Okay.
Southwest Philadelphia.
And how long have you been married?
it'll be 15,
15
years in a
this
couple
year.
of weeks.
Yes.
Have you
And-
always worked together?
No.
Okay.
In fact, I just quit from being his manager.
But then after she heard the song, she
No, I
decided
still
we're in
quit.
negotiations.
Yeah, that's
We're in
You
negotiations.
in negotiations?
It's on camera. We're in negotiations. So
And how's that coming along?
well. After all these bombs he's dropping, I might
You
pick
might
him
be a
up
little
again.
closer I'm telling Matt, if you got one more, you need to pull it out. You need to pull it out if you have one more.
invest in me now, because you never know where I'm gonna go. There it is. Kaboom.
Boom.
Boom.
I can't. I
Boom.
like it.
Invest
I
in me.
can't with him today. You are too much.
Whenever you say thebomb.com, you must say kaboom.
Kaboom.
And it's from Grand Duchess.
There you
The
go.
number one Grand
Yes.
Duchess.
Number one.
I love it. I have another question. Jesus, help me bring it back. So with the cast, how do you feel you all are gelling together with the four of you?
Wonderful.
Wonderful.
Absolutely. No drama. No. Nicole, she was a new cast member. You
Yeah.
had someone and she came and she fit right in.
Yes,
I
she
was
did.
so grateful for
Yeah.
that.
She did.
So
Yes, she
Yeah,
grateful
she
for
fit.
that.
Although the first lady was, you know,
Was
just as
absolutely
great
awesome.
because of scheduling.
Yeah.
When Nicole came in, she fit right into the family. We have a great time.
Yes.
During rehearsals,
We do.
even with you and your husband, and I think that will come across. It will convey to the audience that we had. It's not fake. With the chemistry you see, it's real.
I'm excited about that. I like that because I did not want it to be something that we had to put together.
Right.
Whenever I work with a cast, I want it to be like a family, so that the chemistry is real.
Yes.
And it's not we're smiling on stage and then once we walk
Right,
off, we
not
can't
at
stand
all.
each other.
Not at
You
all.
know, so I'm very excited about that. What is, I know we're talking about the play, but what's next for you? Is there anything on the horizon?
God is blessing us, and we
Okay.
greatly appreciate it. So, like, not like, oh, he's blessing it. No, I'm like, I'm for real though. I'm like,
It's a
for
real
real.
blessing.
It's like, I just weep and cry, like, all the time. I have tissue because he's just that good. But right now, we're in a movie called Lord Put a Ring on It. And that'll be having its U.S. premiere. We just came back from St. Thomas.
Okay.
It'll have its U.S. premiere sometime in July. And then I was just cast as a lead in the upcoming webcast series.
Wonderful.
Yeah, thank
Will you
you.
be leaving Delaware?
No,
Okay,
it's
great.
all right now within the tri-state area.
Good, because I got plans. So I need y'all to just stay around for a little
Even
while.
if I was, we'll come back.
We'll yes,
Yeah,
yes.
we
for
got
a
our
little while.
suitcase by the door.
Oh,
I
that's
just
good.
packed
Yes.
it and be out again.
Yes.
That's good.
Yeah, and what you up to?
All right, let me see. Well, actually, I just did a
Yes, a
movie.
film.
I did a film.
Okay.
I did a film about maybe a year or so ago with a person. He did what was it called, baby?
We don't remember,
We
but
don't
he
remember.
did
By
film.
His Stripes. By His
Yeah,
Stripes.
and
Okay.
they loved him
And
so much
he's-
they called him
And
back.
they love me, but they called me
Great.
back for a film called Denounce. So I'm
Okay.
actually in that right now.
Wonderful.
And I did a Sunday shoot, and we're going to do some more. It's all about the rapture, and it's
Okay.
really, really good.
Oh,
so
good.
And he's also in the movie of Lord Put the Ring on It
I'm
with
in
me.
Lord of the Ring
Okay.
as a deacon.
Okay.
Yes, I am. And
Wonderful.
and I'm doing this.
Yes, you are. Yes, we are.
Yes.
Yes. So, thank you so much for coming
Absolutely.
down
Thank
here
you.
with
Thank
me
you, Mr.
today.
Janelle.
This was
Absolutely.
such a ball.
Awesome.
Yes.
And again, hello to Nicole and Michaela.
Yes.
We're sorry you couldn't
Hey.
make it, but we love you. And
sure do.
We're with you. So, please, you have to come see, like mother,
Absolutely.
like daughter, like me.
Yes.
Yes.
We are at the Resurrection Center June 18th, 25th, and 26th. Tickets are only $20.
Only.
You don't want to miss this production.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you so much for being with me. I'm Janelle, your host for On the Inside. Love you. Blessings.